Hello and welcome, my defenders of the kingdom. Today we're going to talk about the 5 best defensive towers. So we don't want to be stuck, trying to kill our opponent and then realize, oh crap, all I have is attack, shooter, and a dart monkey. No, you want some good defenses so you cannot be defeated, and today we're going to talk about them. Of course, I'm still sadly a little bit sick, so please forgive me if my voice sounds a little bit raspy or gross right now. I know, I kind of suck. Also, keep in mind that these may be nerfed or changed in the future. If Ninja Kiwi thinks that these are just way too good of cards or way too good of towers, they might end up changing them. So if they do end up changing, please don't get mad at me. It just means the game, of course, adapts and changes, and you need to get used to it. So that all being said, I've picked out my favorite defensive towers. They're not always the best to use in combination, but they are good to use almost all the time. Number 5, we've got the Dart Monkey. The reason why I like the Dart Monkey so much is because he's just good all around. He's a 2/3 Dart Monkey, so not only do you get the power of the damage with the 2/3, the accuracy with the 2/3, you also get the range, so you can actually shoot really, really far with these guys. They're not perfect. They can lose to, big rushes of grouped balloons, but most of the time, whenever you get some battle energy or anything going in there, which is the measly little $1,250 tower, you can do some pretty mega damage. It also allows you to get some pretty cheap stuff, so you can send out some other things in the future. So notice that a lot of reds and a lot of blues and a lot of greens to get your economy up, so you'll be way better for later on in the game. Overall, I can't say the Dart Monkey is a bad tower. They even work in the mid game and even maybe in the late game if you end up getting something like a Super Monkey fan club. So I really, really like the Dart Monkey, and I'm always going to be a fan. Number 4! One of my favorite towers is the Ninja. Super duper underpriced at the moment. Oh my god, only $4,000 for this guy. He's super ridiculously cheap. He can be defeated by crazy amounts of group balloons, but usually with one set battle energy or anything like that, you can stop almost anything. Even big rushes of grouped regrow rainbows and everything, the Fortune Ninja is just an amazing tower. Not to mention the popping power, the Moab popping power. He's got really, really good Moab popping power. As soon as that Moab gets destroyed, he's just going to own those ceramics. Just send him right back to the beginning and just annihilate them. He's very good, doesn't have very many weaknesses, and he's really cheap, so definitely a tower to have. Number 3 is actually already on the screen. We've got the 2/2 Wizards. I know what you guys are thinking. Chris, you're a noob. Wizards are for noobs. Why would you get a wizard? Well, to be honest, there's not that many good towers that are good for lead popping power, so I really like using the wizard, especially as a starting tower. He's a 2/2 wizard. You can get him by the time you get to round 2, and usually you only lose about 20 lives if you do decide to start with this guy. He's $2,400, so he's a little bit pricey to start off with, but if you can get him, you're going to be set for a long time. Even regrow yellows probably won't get through if you use a set of battle energy. So a very, very good tower, and he's got lead popping power. But number 2 is a super duper fancy guy over here. This is the Ground Zero. So at a measly $10,000, which I have a very strong feeling that they're going to change this pretty much right away. $10,000 for pretty much infinite BFB killing power, infinite balloon popping power, infinite Moab popping power, just bloop! Pop them all off the frickin' screen. Just BAM! Annihilate these guys for a measly $10,000. Why wouldn't you have this guy in your deck? I have no idea. Unless you're playing really, really crazy, really, really attack-friendly in the early game, this guy is definitely something you want for the late game. And then, guess what? You can do some really easy counter rushes right after that, and people probably don't even want to rush you again right after that. So he's definitely a really, really good tower. Also, I don't really like to talk about the offensive portion of the defensive towers when we're talking about the crazy awesome defenses over here, but 400 extra income. I know it's pricey, $10,000, but 400 income on one card. The most in the game at the moment. It's just a really, really nice card to just get an extra boost of income and make yourself feel happy. I'd also like to mention that I know I've been talking about the Ground Zero ability, but the 2/3 itself is actually a pretty good amount of balloon popping power by itself, so you can easily do some really, really awesome balloon popping power. But we need to move on, my friends. The Ground Zero is an awesome tower to talk about. But number 1 is the Glaive Lord. So I sped it up quite a bit. I liked the way the glaives danced around a little bit. Hopefully you guys can see that the way I do with the same frame rate and all that. But it's just really fun to see him dance all around and all that. But the Glaive Lord is an awesome tower. You can afford him pretty darn easy. He's $5,500, but if you sell all of your towers, which you can easily do, just sell all of your towers, you can stop regrow rainbows, zebras, pretty much anything you can send out against him. He only has one weakness, maybe 2, but ceramics. Ceramics are something that might end up getting through, but overall, they're probably not going to. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you press the like button for me. I really, really appreciate that. I spent a lot of time on these videos. I spent several hours recording stuff for these videos, and then I spent an extra, superfluous amount of time trying to, edit these guys and make them look at least remotely decent. So thank you guys so much for watching. Press the like button if you liked it, and have a super duper delicious day.